All right, so we've now got 2 pages on our website. If I go to pages, we've got the home page, home active server page, also known as a showcase home. They're one and the same, these two. And you've got your coffee impressions page. I now want to create a 3rd page. So from anywhere you go to the new button and you say you want a new site page, or if I'm sitting on the home page, I just go, I want a new page. We are then able to choose a template. Let's go for the visual template and let's create it as a private draft and then create page. So this one looks a little bit different, but we know how to make it look exactly the way we want. Let's start with the title area. What I want to do to the title area, I'm going to click on it. I'm first of all going to click and add a title. Now the title I want to show is Share Our Coffee Passion. I'm going to go into edit this web part. I want it to be image and text. It takes up less space than that overlap. I do want it to the left. The text above Share Our Coffee Passion, I do want that yes on. And what I want it to say is simply share. Then as I scroll down, I do want to see a publish date. So the publish date appears. And I also want to, let's close that. I want to change this image. So I've got a change or browse images button here. I'm looking for an image of a row of coffee cups, this one here, and insert. Again, I could change the focal point so it's more focused on the cups. And we've got our title area sorted. So I can save as draft. Now I want to edit the page, so I hit the edit button. How many sections have I got on this page? Okay, so if I rest here, there's 1 section. If I rest here, there's a 2nd section, a 3rd section with a full page image, a 4th section with a whole lot of images, and more sections, quite a few sections. Okay, let's first of all start by adding a new section. I'm going to hit this plus to add a 1 column section. Here it is here. Then I'll click in that section, move around until I see this circle with a plus inside. I'll click that. And there's a lot of web parts that come with SharePoint, an absolute lot. And really what I want to do is focus on the ones that people are using the most. So one thing that people do like to use is they like to add a people web part to their website. You can add an organization chart that does give you a hierarchy sort of thing, but I think people are more just wanting to know who are the main people, like who are the board of trustees, who are the people that are in that team, who, that sort of thing. So I just want people and no hierarchy. I then click here and I start putting the email address of the people I want to show. So I'm just going to put a few here. 5, 6, 5, and 7. So these are the people that I want them to know about, who share our coffee passion. Share your coffee passion with these people in our team. And so I can actually edit this title as well, that these are the coffee lover team members. I can also go and change it from a small layout to a large layout, or I can add a medium layout. And I can then add a tagline to each person. So I've added a tagline per person. If you want to, you can use this to sort of move people around and drop them wherever you want them to be. But basically we've got the team members at Coffee Lovers. And if I save as a draft and have a look, here's the team members. And so there they are. They can rest on them and send them an email or message them or even get to them at LinkedIn. There's their email there and who they report to, and you can show the organisation. So sometimes it's a good idea to show the people that you can come in contact with who are associated with this website. If I go edit, I might actually decide not to give it a title, so I'm just going to backspace that out, because you don't have to, and I think it's too formal. And then if I save as a draft, I've got my list of people without the necessary title. If I go back to edit, I then want to get rid of all the sections below the people and above the comments. So I'm just going to delete this section, click in it, click in this one and delete it, click in this one and delete it. So any web parts in that section will also be deleted, almost too easy, and then delete that as well. You have got undo up here, and Control Z also works. So you have got an undo button, but I think just be really certain about what you're deleting. Then I'll save it as a draft, and I've basically got this new page, Share Our Coffee Passion, and these are the people you can share with besides outsiders. So if I go back into edit mode, when it comes to adding web parts, you can have more than one web part in a section as well. And it comes to people, I think you really need to make a choice between organisation chart and people. Organisation chart, of course, as the name implies, is quite formal and quite hierarchical, whereas people is just like these are all the people and a little bit more informal. Okay, so make your choice there. Now, another thing that's really common and required with web pages are events. So let's say we're not only sharing the people who are connected with this passion, but also there's some events that you can attend. Now I can put the events in the same section, or I could add a new section, and I'm opting to add a new section. Maybe because I want to make them collapsible later. So I'm going to go new section, one column. Now in this new section, I'm going to add a web part, and it's an events web part. So I look for events. Again, if you can't find it, you can search up here, event. But usually I just look for it, and there's events there. So straight away, we've got an event section here. Now we can give it a title, upcoming events. And then we basically want to add a number of events here that are coming up. There are some options in here, whether you see it as a film strip, etc. But I think let's add some events first, and then it's more meaningful. So I'm going to save it as a draft. And when I look at it, I can now see there's an add event button, and I can add an event. So you don't add an event while you're in edit mode. You add event when you're looking at the page. So we add an event. Now here I can give it a title. So I'd like to give it the title Coffee Lovers Monthly Meeting. That sounds formal. Get together. Give it a title. Then you can choose a date. Now you work relatively. So let's say for me, it doesn't really matter, we're just practicing. I'm going to go for September 4th at 1 p.m. We have a get together, and it goes for about an hour. It's not an all day event though. Club, Pies Bar, Tauranga. Line meeting link if it's more of a remote or virtual get together. You can have a meeting. Category, I wouldn't necessarily, but you can choose get together, and you can put some details in here, even a link in here to information about that particular meeting. Save it, and so you've created a particular event. If I then go to pages and I ask to see my Share Your Coffee Passion page, and I scroll down, I can see that particular event. But if I want to edit that event, I click it and I go into edit mode because I didn't add a picture. So let's say I want to add an image, and I'm after a particular image here. So I insert that, change the focal point, save. And there I can see it there, and go to pages, and I go to my Share My Coffee Passion. I can see my event here and an updated image. Let's say we have, like this name implies, we have a coffee meeting every month. So let's add another one, add event. This is again the Coffee Lovers Monthly Get Together. It was on the 4th of September, the last one. So let's make the next one the first Monday of October, which is the 2nd. Change the image to this image here. Happy with that? Oh no, I moved that focal point. Save. Go back to my page, which is my Share Our Coffee Passion, and I can see I've got 2 monthly meetings. So continue to make as many events that are coming up and they will appear in your events page. If I then edit my Share My Coffee Passion page and I scroll down, now let's have a look, if I click on that, what the different layout looks like. This is film strip, but I could go for compact. A lot less space is taken up. If you've got a lot of events, that might be more suitable, but I actually quite like the film strip. If I go into edit web part, then I've got some options here. So these are events listed on this site. You can actually have events listed from all sites or a particular site that's dedicated to events, but these are events on this site. It's an events list, categories, all upcoming events. There's your compact and what have you. And again, you can show up to this many items at a time. So you may want to increase that or decrease that, and whether you show images or not. If I close that and I save as draft, that's my events page done. But now let's update our home page so that people can get to those events really easily. I'm going to go home to get to my home page. I'm going to go edit out to the right. We've done the first layer of our hero. Here's the second layer of our hero that needs updating. I'll click on the second layer, maybe click again, because I need to see these buttons in the bottom right. I'll choose the edit option, and it basically says, what do you want to link to? So I change the link that it actually goes to my Share Our Coffee Passion page. That's where I want it to go to, and I'll insert that. I'll then give it a title, and so that's what appears there. I'll then update the description. Link, we've got a title, we've got a description. I want to change the background image. I want to change it to a custom image, which is this one here, so I'll select that. I can change the focal point if I like, so it's focused more on the cups or more on the people, and it really needs to be a little bit of both because it's socializing, so let's go for that. I can also go for my options, and instead of connect, I want to say share, so that's the little title or text above my title. Instead of learn how to customize this site, I'm going to edit that. I need a link to that page. So let me just close this, save as a draft, go to my pages, go to my Share Your Coffee Passion, create a copy link, copy that, go home. I know it does copy it, but I like to hit it anyway. Go home, go edit, click on the second layer, click again, edit the second layer, scroll down to options, and get rid of this and paste your link into there. Connect with others. Close that, save it as a draft, and let's just check it works. So now this one here, this went to Coffee Facts. That was our coffee impressions page, and then we could go back. Now we've got the second layer in our hero, which if I click it, it should connect with others and goes to Share Your Coffee Passion, where you can see events and you can see other people you can connect to. Or if I go back and just double check that this also links to the same page, and it does, I'm happy, I can go back to the home page. So people or organisation charts are really popular, and events or calendars are really popular. Let's go to pages and let's go to Share Our Coffee Passion and let's go edit. We had the option to insert an event, but I also want to just show you, if I rest on this, that you can also insert a calendar. And so there's a group calendar there. But again, events is more open to everybody, whereas a group calendar really is the group or the team that has access to this site. And really, I just want anybody who visits this site to see that there's a collection of events. So make your choice between these two, and make your choice between people and organisation chart as well. All right, let me just get out of there, and I will discard changes because I didn't make any. Do you want to go back to the yes?